the United States has moved ahead. They went from 2.21 to 3.8 over Cuba. Canada and Brazil battling for the bronze as Juliet Bangerter now on the beam for the United States.
Juliet really has a very unique balance beam routine. She does a lot of difficult tumbling and difficult dance elements as well.
You hear the crowd going crazy. They're booing and whistling against the score of the Cuban girl on the floor exercise that is happening simultaneously.
This is the United States' third fall on the balance beam. Hillary Anderson was first up, had a fall. Ann Wojnarowski had a fall.
So that lead that they had extended all of a sudden may be diminishing. Hernandez, by the way, the whistling a while ago, she got a 9.35 on the floor.
Two back handsprings into a layout step out. Very nicely done. Extremely hard to concentrate in this arena.
The crowd.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Juliet, in practice, was doing this routine with such ease, had no trouble at all.
The crowd really a factor here. Not normally a factor in a gymnastic competition, but here in Cuba, definitely a problem for the U.S. girls.
I'm not sure they understand the sport when they know when to cheer and when to do what they're doing.
Well, it's not typical that an audience will cheer when someone falls, and they, in fact, are cheering when the United States falls. Comes the dismount, round up double twist. And also, you can see these mitts, they're terrible to land in. They buckle.
Well, it's not going well on the beam right now for the United States.
The trouble that she had. Running front somersault. Right into a split jump. Actually, that was not her broken pass. Right here, the full turn in the air, which is a very difficult dance pass, but she normally has no trouble with it. And a double turn, another difficult dance element. What a shame. That's a full point off on the two falls alone.
So Hillary Anderson a 9.05, Wojnarowski 8.975, so they'll want to throw that one out. So they are really struggling, and there's been a lot of counseling going on, Patty, or I should say, Kathy, after every one of the beam routines.
One point I want to make here. Juliet Bangerter over on the uneven bars came up with a really clutch performance. When the Americans needed it over there, they started out pretty slow, and she picked it up for them. So it's unfortunate to see her have mistakes here.
One of the delightful people we've followed in the competitions getting ready now for the floor exercise, Leyanet Gonzalez, 12 years old. By the way, Bangerter's score now has been posted at 8.55. You talk about a disaster in a particular apparatus. That may be unprecedented, huh? Gonzalez at 12 years, 4'9", 77 pounds. Young rising star for the Cubans. She began gymnastics at the age of 5. She did compete in the United States in 1990 in Salt Lake in the Olympic Cup, finished 6th all around.
It's really unfortunate. She has had some trouble with a groin muscle that actually hampers her quadricep as well. And we can tell she's been in pain. I think it happened 4 days ago. But she really is fun to watch in competition.
They were waiting on a score from Nunez. He has a 9.5, so the Cuban woman gets that score with Gonzalez ready to go now.
Also, what was so impressive about Leyanet, she's 12 years old, but when we had a chance to talk to her, she was so bright, and the answers that she came up with were so wonderful to hear, talking about what she has learned from her coach in the sport.
Leyanet Gonzalez, we talked to her before the competition. We asked her, is it difficult to be a dedicated gymnast in this country?
In this country, gymnasts start at a young age. at about 5 or 6. They begin practice in the sport, and depending on the results, they'll become gymnasts. We undergo tests at the national level. The best are chosen, and they advance in their class.
What an unfortunate miss early in the routine, her opening tumbling pass. Of course, it's 0.5 of a point off for the fall, and then a 10th going out of bounds. Nice middle oh, no! A difficult middle tumbling run. Oh, another fall. It's tough for anybody, but for a 12-year-old.
Kathy, she's crying.
Oh, just finished with the full. She's hurt. As I had said, she has trouble with the groin muscle. It's been hurting her for the last 4 days. And I'm sure those falls didn't help.
She's profusely limping now, even worse than we saw on the beam a while ago.
Well,
what a tough moment.
I have had this injury, and it hurts her when she runs. So to try and generate enough speed in the tumbling pass with the run is very difficult. Oh, you can tell. She has trouble pulling her legs up. She wasn't even in a tight tuck.
By the way, some good news for the Americans on the beam. Kristen McDermott, 9.65, so maybe that's a breakthrough.
Again, the same thing. I watched her in workout. She was a much stronger tumbler. She's unable to run hard. She can't push off.
She is in real pain. And it's too bad we couldn't see her at her best because she's something special. Leyanet Gonzalez, 12 years old, from Cuba.